So I'm making this video. Hello, it's Jane Rodriguez. I'm making this video sort of as self-protection, just in case something should happen. I want protection. I want to have things on the record for protection for me and my family, basically, because there's been some weird things going on that it appears like some sabotage perhaps might be in play. Starting on Sunday this year, Easter. So today is April 25th, 2019. Easter the 21st, after coming home from my parents, things started to get pretty... They started out... Well, there was miscommunication between my cousin and... No, actually, I spoke to her about the whole inviting her sister over to dinner. I apologize that I misunderstood my mom, that her sister that she's fighting with is not coming over. We talked about it. She said, "I love you, no worries. I'll see you probably tomorrow." We both said we're not sure what our plans are, blah, blah, blah. And then tomorrow, the next day rolled around, which was Easter. I called my mom. I said, Mom kept on asking me if it would be easier if her family didn't show up. I'm like, that's not the issue. The issue is just in general if I want to come, I had some potential, I was invited for something else beforehand. And it wasn't to her sisters, by the way. It was not. It was a male. So, but she kept on using that as an option. And I said, no, don't worry about it. But then when Sunday did roll around, I said, well, she laid that out on the table again. I said, well, maybe just the Easter egg hunt. I don't know if I'm going to go. I don't know if you want to take it away altogether or I think it was just have us maybe, because I'm not sure when we were going to get there. So yeah, that's what it was. But prior to that, 12 hours before that, like I said, I spoke to Ashley about the whole inviting her sister over, because Ashley had a big problem. I'm sorry. I'm using a fake name to protect identities, but whatever. I spoke to her. So I made sure I called her right after. Well, on Friday, April 19th, she said, "Hey, what's going on with you?" And I said, "Hey lady, are you okay?" And then she says, "Yes, are you? Do I have multiple profiles?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "Just wondering, LOL." And then she said, "What's up Sunday?" And I said, I don't understand the question, multiple profiles. See, she called me up randomly in February. I hadn't talked to her husband or her, especially maybe her, but not her husband, certainly not her husband, since December. And that was on a 3-way phone conversation with her and her husband and myself. She called me out of the blue and she was accusing me of having an affair with him. Out of the blue. And I was like, no. And I never brought that up again, by the way. That accusation I talked about with my parents. They're like, that is really weird. I'm like, isn't it though? And I never followed through with her because I have compassion for her. I always have. She's said weird stuff like that before. And now I kind of figured out why. As I was coming to terms with what was going on Sunday night and Sunday, I think I put it all together. But it started getting weird on Friday, so maybe you guys can help me figure this out. It's a mystery. The case of the triangulation, I guess, right? So Saturday we're discussing plans. Sunday it gets busy for me and hectic, and my parents ask, should we uninvite Ashley? Oh, that's my brother. I'll call him back. I really have to talk to him though. And I said, no, just for the Easter egg hunt, but not for dinner. Have him come over for dinner. And then, like I said, I already talked to her about her sister thing that she's fighting with. I said if there's there was just a miscommunication. I did not want to stir up anything because I thought my mom said she had invited her when she hasn't. But there was just talk about having Amanda after your family leaves, or maybe. But she was saying on text, she said, I said, oh, FYI, Mom might have invited Amanda to stop by. And she says, nice, well, I'm not going. I will not associate with them, I'm sorry. I'm surprised you do. And I said, with them, I just meant, his sister. I'm surprised you do. Don't text me. Amanda lives with my mother. That's toxic. I'm legit pissed at you. Pissed at me for talking to Amanda. Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood what she said, is what my response. I'm like, I was in Walmart shopping. I was paying attention to, but I was distracted. I was doing Easter shopping. She was saying for another time, invite her over, or she's going to do something like that. And by them, I just mean her and her kids, not her mom. What do you mean you're surprised I associate with Amanda? I don't mean your guys' mom. I just meant Amanda and her kids. I have no idea what's going on between you guys. I know more about your mom, and I get that. I just know that you're not getting along right now. But I have no quarrel with her. I have nothing against her personally. I have no reason to. And you never told me what's going on. I just mean Amanda and her kids. I made sure. Because for her to get mad at me for talking to somebody is really... So I called her up, and she wasn't answering me. She blocked me, she admitted. And then she said, I unblocked you. Because she was mad that I was talking to her sister. And I said, I'm like, really? You can't... I mean, that's really unfair to do to somebody. And kind of... I didn't say it even immature to be mad at me for being friends with somebody, that's that you're mad at. And she's like, well, it's not my place to say who you can and can't talk to. She finally said that. I'm like, so we're good? You have to end up conversation? Yeah, we're good. I forgive you. You forgive me. Blah, blah, blah. I love you. See you tomorrow, maybe. Because she wasn't sure she was going to come over either. Then the next day, finally, my mom picks me up. And then I said, oh, I guess I'll call Ashley then. I did. To see if she's coming over. I did, and she didn't answer. Then my mom's like, oh, I'll call her. I'm like, well, I'll just call her. She didn't answer. But then my mom calls her, I guess, when we finally get to her house, and she's outside on the phone with her for 10 minutes. She comes in. I'm like, so what's going on? And she's stopping over. She's like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, well, what were you guys talking about? Oh, food. I'm like, oh, can you call her up and ask her if she's going to come over? So she does. I'm like, can you put her on speakerphone? I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Everything okay between me and you? She's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, are you guys coming over? She's like, oh, we already ate and everything. I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. Maybe you'll come over later. She's like, maybe to fish. And I said, okay, good. And everything's cool between us. Yeah, okay, cool. Love you too. Then that night, I get these text messages, and they are totally venomous and full of hatred, and they're from her. Because I noticed she had blocked me. I have 2 phone numbers. She blocked me, so I called her from one of my burner numbers. And, let me see. Let me read you what she said on that. Hold on, I'm finishing up my CC cleaner. Okay, so let's go here. And go to my drive. I saved them because they're so weird. Almost done. I'm almost done, guys. Making a video. Okay, so. Okay. You guys are being good. Thank you. Appreciate it. You found keys? Oh, really? Just put, yeah, hold on. Not quite, yeah, just lay him down on a rocking chair. Okay, thanks, babe. That's weird. You found keys. They fell out of the scooter just now? Yeah, that was weird. Alright. Alright, so... Got to handle like a flame that burns a candle. Oh, here we go. Got it. You make my dreams come true. Ooh, ooh. All right, the fun begins with it. My cousin over here. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. God bless it. All right, the fun begins. Oh my God. Sorry. There we go. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to make another video. I will do that, and stay tuned. It continues.